ways that you can then provide feedback to players? Is it through the session itself at the end, or can you do like Zoom calls with them? How would you recommend coaches do that?
Yeah, and depends on your sort of booking system and how many sessions you work with in that player in the week. But
Mhm.
you can either do it at the start before the next session.
Yeah.
So you can sort of go through the last session and pick out some key things. Obviously, send if you do manage to record it, send it through to the player and parents as well so that they can watch it back. You can do sort of individual meetings. So like you mentioned, jump on Zoom, 10, 15, 20 minutes and do a little mini analysis session with that player. Of course, I think probably if you're working with the higher level players, that's probably a really good tool because then you're adding an extra bit to their development. Maybe if you're working with someone who's a complete beginner or brand new to football and still developing a lot, maybe they don't need that yet because they still need to understand the basics of how to play football rather than overcomplicate and overanalyze their own game yet. But I think if you're working with one of the elite players, um, or an academy player or someone who's very close and maybe is on trial and not quite getting in, you can find them little 1% areas where you can improve them to get them in at the next trial and stuff like this. So yeah, there's different ways. Either you do it at the start of the next session after you've reviewed it, or like I say, and like you said as well, you can jump on a call with that player.
Excellent. I'd also add to that another way that some coaches do it is they do like mini reports at the end of the month.
Hmm.
So they gather all the information that they've had during that month, and then they put like a player report at the end, and then they
Yeah.
send that to parents as well.
Yeah, I did that when I did my one-to-ones last summer. I did exactly that, and we had all the sort of data stuff. So we did a lot of physical testing during the summer as it was sort of pre-season. So it was a case of getting the players fit and ready and keeping them active over the summer. So we did exactly that. I had a sort of player report card that I did at the end of each month. And the parents really liked that, to be fair, because it showed them, on a real visual page what their child is good at and what they need to improve on. So that's
Mhm.
definitely a good tool. If you have the time to do that and the ability to do that, definitely go for it.